What does Trump mean when he says that the election is rigged? What does he mean by that? Well, I'll tell you what. I don't know if he means that there is voter fraud. We're finding it. It's there. In Virginia, about 1,000 non-citizens on the voter rolls. That's fraud. And you can call it whatever you want. You can call it mistakes. You can call it incompetence. It's fraud. The Florida Democratic Party trying to get people who are not verified yet after their registration to count their ballots, that opens the door for fraud. It doesn't matter to me how you whine about it and the storm and blah, blah, blah. It opens the door to fraud. And it's the only reason they're calling for it. Because especially in South Florida, where they have a whole boatload of Democrats. So the idea that there's not fraud. Here's the deal. Here's the deal. As grown-ups, we all understand that the bigger something is, the bigger an entity is, the more chance that there's fraud and waste. There's nothing bigger than a national election. There's no single process bigger than a national election, especially one that has a presidential election attached to it. No bigger entity. And to think that it's just going to be Mr. Smith and Miss Jones who work at the library down there counting paper ballots, that's how it's done, and there's only one polling place and everybody knows everybody. That's not America. Hell, that's not anywhere. That we're talking about major cities with millions of voters, and how hotly contested and how violent some of these elections have been. To think that somebody's not going to try to get an advantage, really? That one party is not going to try to get an advantage over the other is childish. It's ridiculous. You can't be serious. So there's the fraud element, and there's also the other element of riggedom. The other element of riggedom is that when you have a mainstream media, you have a press that is obviously for one candidate over another, and they are continuing on a 24/7, 365 steady drip of how bad one person is and how great the other person is. That tips the scales. It just does. There's absolutely no way to deny it. You can't tell me that CNN is not on the side of Hillary Clinton and Democrats in general. You can't tell me that. You can't look me in the face and tell me that and believe that you're telling the truth. You can't tell me that MSNBC is right down the middle. Really? You can't tell me that Donald Trump has not had his troubles with Fox News, because he has. You can't tell me that ABC, NBC, and CBS are solidly in the middle. No, they're solidly in Hillary Clinton's camp. You know that, and I know that. So today, on the Willie Lawson Show, Fight Back, we are going to talk about, is this election rigged? And is there anything we can do about it in the last 20 some odd days? Instead of just saying, oh, stop saying it's rigged, when you know, and I know damn well, that it is. We'll see you in a little bit. Till we see you again, go out there and learn something, love somebody, and for goodness sakes, take care of yourself.